Analyze the beam shown in figure by using the flexibility matrix method and draw bending moment diagram, shear force diagram and elastic curve. Here this end is fixed A to B, that is 6 meter at a distance of 1 meter from the fixed end A. It is subjected to a point load of 50 kilonewton, and at a distance of 3 meter from the previous load it is subjected to a point load of 80 kilonewton, and B is resting on the roller support B to C, that is subjected to 30 kilonewton per running meter UDL over a length of 4 meter. C to D, that is overhanged. At the overhanged portion it is subjected to a point load of 20 kilonewton, and the length of the overhanged portion is 2 meter. The first step is to calculate the degree of redundancy. Here at fixed end usually there are three reaction components. One is horizontal, one is vertical, and in addition to that there is a resisting moment MA, but no horizontal forces or inclined forces are acting, hence there are only two unknowns we have to consider, that is VA and MA. At support B it is on a roller support, hence there is only one reaction which is developed normal to the direction of the roller, either VB or MB, anyone. Then at C it is on roller support, there is only one reaction developed. In addition to that, here this one is subjected to overhanged portion. Here the moment it is already known, hence no need to consider MC. Therefore the number of unknowns are VA, MA, VB or MB, VC. Four number of unknowns are there. The available equations of equilibrium. We have not considered the horizontal reaction component at A, hence no need to consider summation of Fx. Only we have to consider sum of the forces in vertical direction equals 0 and sum of the moments of all the forces about any point A equals 0. Hence the available equations of equilibrium are 2. Therefore the degree of redundancy DOR is given by number of unknowns minus the number of available equations of equilibrium, that is 4 minus 2. Here the degree of redundancy is only 2. Consider any two as the redundants. Here it is better to consider the moments. In this problem we will consider MA as one of the redundant and MB as one of the redundant. Then the second step is to convert the overhang into actual moment. Here we have to replace the point load acting at D, that is at the overhanged portion. Then the moment of that force due to 20 kilonewton force is moment about C is, that is 20 into 2, that is actual moment, that is in clockwise direction, that is 40 kilonewton meter. Third step, we have to calculate the displacement due to loads. Here first remove all the loads and make the span AB and BC into determinate 1 by releasing the structure. Provide one hinge and one roller at A and B and is subjected to the loads, subjected to applied loads. Here it is subjected to 50 kilonewton and is subjected to 80 kilonewton. Here this is coordinate 1. Here this is coordinate 2. By releasing the structure, by removing the redundant reactions, we have to draw the stable determinate structures of span AB and BC as shown in figure. Here this one is 30 kilonewton per running meter over a length of 4 meter. Then here in addition to that, here we have just now calculated the overhanged portion, that is we have calculated the actual moment. We have to show the moment acting at C, that is actual moment is 40 kilonewton meter in clockwise direction. It is subjected to the following two loads, one is UDL, one is the couple moment acting at C. Now we can calculate the displacement matrix due to the applied loads. Displacement matrix due to the applied loads. Here now in the release structure, delta L1, that is displacement at 1 due to the applied load, that one equals, here there are 2 point loads. The slope due to slope at 1, that is angular displacement at 1 due to the 2 point loads is given by WB into L square minus B square divided by 6 EIL. We have given the standard formulas in the previous video. Then by substituting the values, here the load is, first point load is 50 kilonewton, B for this one is 3 plus 2, that is 5, total length is 6, that is 50 into 5 into 6 square minus 5 square divided by 6 EI. The length is 6 meter. Similarly for the second load, that is 80 is the point load, magnitude of the point load, and distance B is 2 meter, L is 6, that is 80 into 2 into 6 square minus 2 square divided by 6 EI into 6, that is L. Then by simplification you will get 218.6 as the displacement at coordinate 1 due to the applied loads. Similarly calculate the displacement at 2. At coordinate 2, two spans are connected, one is BA, another one is BC. We have to consider both the spans. Here due to the 2 point loads, that is given by the angular displacement in span BA is given by W into A into L square minus A square divided by 6 EIL. Similarly here in span BC, it is subjected to UDL of 30 kilonewton per running meter. The angular displacement as shown in the figure, that is WL cube divided by 24 EI. Similarly here there is a couple moment of 40 kilonewton meter due to the overhang, that is given by the displacement due to that one is given by minus ml by 6 EI, since that one is hogging moment. By substituting the values for first point load in span AB 50, A for A is 1, L square, that is 6 square minus 1 square divided by 6 EI into L, that is 6. For the second point load in the span AB 80 into 4 into 6 square minus 4 square divided by 6 EI into 6 plus in span BC due to UDL, that is WL cube divided by 24 EI, that is W is 30, L is 4 meter divided by 30 into 4 cube divided by 24 EI, that is displacement at 2 due to the load in portion BC, that is due to applied load. Similarly we have replaced the overhang into the hogging moment of 40 kilonewton. Due to that the displacement at coordinate 2, that is 40 into 4 divided by 6 EI. After simplification you will get 279.72 as the displacement at 2 due to the applied load. Now we have got the displacement matrix due to the load. Here there are two elements, one is 218.6 by EI is one of the element. Then similarly This one is 279.72 divided by EI. Here we will get two elements. Two elements due to displacement due to the applied loads at coordinate 1 and 2 respectively. Then to get the flexibility matrix, remove all the external loads and apply unit moments at coordinate 1 and 2 separately. Here we have to assume the direction of MA as the hogging. Hence we have to apply at 1 a hogging moment of 1 kilonewton meter. Then the displacement due to this load, here as shown in the figure, it will undergo deformation like this. Here this one is the flexibility element, that is F11, or displacement at 1 due to the applied unit moment at 1. That one is F11. Similarly at coordinate 2, here there are two spans. One is BA, another one is BC. Due to the unit moment at A or at coordinate 1, it will undergo deformation at coordinate 2 in span AB only, no effect in BC. That one is F21, that is displacement, angular displacement at 2 due to the load applied at 1. Similarly here F11 equals, that is we have applied the unit hogging moment, hence F11 equals minus ml by 3ei, since the moment applied is hogging, hence that is negative. Here minus 1 into 6 divided by 3ei, here we will get 2 divided by, that is 3 1 ja 3 2 ja 2 divided by ei. Then F21, that is given by minus ml divided by 6 ei. Here after simplification, that is F21 equals minus 1 over ei. Here we have applied. Now we can apply a unit load at or unit moment at 2. Due to this unit moment, the span AB will undergo deformation like this. Similarly span BC will undergo deformation like this. Here the displacement at 1 due to the unit moment, hogging moment applied at 2, that one is F12, that one is given by minus ml by 6 ei, that is minus 1 into 6 divided by 6 ei, that one equals minus 1 over ei. Here by observing F12 and F21 both are equal, that is by Maxwell's reciprocal theorem of deflection. Similarly by applying the principle of superposition, that is the total displacement at coordinate 2 due to the unit load applied at 2 in span BA and in span BC, that is given by minus ml by 3i in span BA, minus ml by 3ei in span BC. That is here by substituting the values of the length of BA and length of BC, that is minus 1 into 6 divided by 3ei, minus 1 into 4 divided by 3ei. Here we can apply the principle of superposition to get the total displacement due to the load at 2 due to the load applied at 2 and the displacement at 2 due to the load applied at 2. That is here you will get the flexibility element. We know that the redundant matrix, redundants are MA and MB, the redundant matrix R, that one is given by, that equals inverse of flexibility matrix into the sinking of the support, sinking or settlement of the support minus the displacement due to the applied loads acting on the beam, continuous beam. Here MA and MB are the two redundants. The matrix due to the redundant is MA and MB. Here the flexibility elements F11, F12, F21, F22. Here EI is common. Inverse of minus 1 over EI is minus EI. Here we can write the matrix, that is 2, 1, 1 and 3.33 are the elements of this matrix, inverse of this one into the settlement. Here no supports are settled or there is no sinking of the any supports, hence that is 0. Then the displacement due to the applied loads, that is 21.86 to 18.6, that is due to the displacement due to the load at 1. Similarly 279.72 is the displacement due to the loads at coordinate 2. 1 over ei is common. Here ei get cancelled. Then by simplification, by getting the flexibility matrix of this one and solving, we will get MA equals 79.22 kilonewton meter. Similarly MB equals 60.15 kilonewton meter. Here by observing the two values, both are positive, that means our assumed directions are correct, both are hogging. We have applied the hogging unit moments at 1 and 2, hence MA and MB are hogging. Then by using those values we can easily draw the bending moment diagram and shear force diagram. Here this one is 79.22, that is MA, that is hogging moment at support B. Here this one is MB, that is 61.15 kilonewton meter, that is also hogging. At C we have already known the value of moment. This one is MC, that is 20 into 2, that is 40. This one is hogging, this one is also hogging. That is sum of the moments at joints B and C must be equal to 0. Hence both are equal. Here also both the moments are equal. By using this diagram you can easily draw the bending moment diagram. Here these are the values of the moments. Here this diagram which will help us to draw the bending moment diagram and shear force diagram. Okay, we will continue with the next video. Thank you.